All right, good morning, team. I'm back. Sorry it's been such a long break, but we're here. And so we're at chapter 15, Empowering Meetings Part 2. Some of the things in this specific chapter will be really relevant, and other things are things you'll want to hold on to so for someday when you're actually either leading a meeting or speaking into how a meeting can be run. And so he first shares some ideas of what leadership looks like in a group, which I feel is very valuable just because it makes it. I feel like whoever's being that leader needs to have some of these qualities first for the meeting to start out right. So, to truly empower members of a group, the leader must be able to be influenced by the group. If you're going to come into a group as a leader and just be there to speak to them or talk to them, it's not really a group, it's more of a lecture at that point. So, the next thing is the leader's task is to make the vision clear to the team. And so one of the ways to do it and look at it is like the leader is going and he's pointing in the direction of which way the group's going to go and then releasing them to go in that direction. And so that's what it looks like to share what the vision can look like. And then leadership is cooperative. Empowering leaders use mutual persuasion instead of power and control. Leaders and members mutually influence each other. So being the leader of one of these groups, you want to be able to be influenced by the group itself. And hopefully there's trust there so that you can be influenced by the group. The next section I want to touch on is what does empowerment look like in groups and meetings? So people feel empowered in groups and meetings when they feel safe and when they believe contributions make a difference. So they look at groups, it's like I want to be in a group where my voice is heard and where somebody's going to listen to me and there might be action taken because of that. It's hard to be in a group where you might say something and then it just kind of goes nowhere. And so that's being in a group where there can be contributions is very good. Don't ask for the opinions. This is something I just wrote in there. That I've been in groups before where this has happened, and it can be frustrating because the leader will ask for the opinion of the group, but then basically say, well, I already made up my mind on the way we're going to go. And so I wrote, don't ask for the opinions of others if you're already set on the direction you are going to go. Which is fine, if you have an idea of the way the group needs to go, lead the group, go that direction. But if you are asking the group, make sure you're open to their ideas. So every group and meeting has a communication climate. What is the communication climate of some of the groups you have led or been in? Are you making the meeting safe, place for people to share ideas or agree or disagree with the ideas of others? People believe they individually can make a difference when the latter type of meeting happens. So if it's a safe meeting where you can voice what's going on, voice an opinion, maybe even disagree with somebody's opinion and not be shot down. These are meetings where it's safe, where it's easy to be able to communicate, where it's easy to be able to step into new ideas and be empowered. And then there's the next section. So one of the questions I wrote down is, so what do we need to ask ourselves? How can we better create a safe climate in our groups? So whether that's a one-on-one climate, one-on-one meeting, or whether that's a meeting with a group of people that you're leading or bringing around, what can we do to better create a safe climate? And then the next one is, what does a group or meeting full of empowered people look like? And then there's a great list of just some powerful things that I really encourage you to look at the next time you're either going into a meeting or just coming out of a meeting and being able to look at them and say, yeah, these are some of the checkpoints of things that are hitting well in this group, and these are some things that could use some work. And then hopefully there's a safe space there where you can share some of those and say, hey, these are some areas that I think we might need to really work on. And as a leader, maybe you can just say, I'm going to work on these to create this space. So one of the things that he writes in the book, and I just want to read this section because I think it's really powerful. The paradox of empowering meetings is that in order to empower others, the leader must have more power than them. So it sounds weird, but the leader actually has to have more power than the rest of the people at the table. So the leader must first have the power and then understand how to give it away. A leader must know how groups work and be highly skilled at communication. And that's something you can always work on. That's something we can grow on, is getting better at communication. This is saying what a leader must be, and able to have that power and then be able to give it away. A group problem solving, be good at group problem solving, at encouraging others, and many other points. Few things feel better than when we are in a group or meeting that really works. So where you're really being heard and you're really being understood and you're coming out of it with some action, or just really like what the vision of the meeting was, whether it was a prayer meeting or whatever, and you're coming out of that meeting feeling like we really accomplished what we needed to. And then these are a couple declarations. I understand my role in every meeting I attend. So whether that's a leader or a follower, like somebody that is a leader in a lot of meetings and you're coming into a different meeting and you need to take a step back, or maybe you're somebody that needs to actually be growing in your way of how you lead and how you support a meeting. I intentionally empower others to identify and function in a vital contributing role in the meetings I lead. And then the meetings I lead are both fun and extremely productive. So these are some really good things to be claiming and really be entering into as declarations. But thanks for joining me today. And I think this is our last chapter. So we'll see you when we get into the next book. But be blessed. And I'm so encouraged by all of you guys. So thank you so much. Bye.